Daniel had always been the steady one in his family, the one who fixed problems, paid bills, and kept things from falling apart. After years of working double shifts, he finally bought his first home, a cozy two-story house on the edge of town. It wasn't a mansion, but it was his, every brick, every nail, every memory. His mother, Linda, and his younger sister, Chloe, had always depended on him more than they should have. Chloe was impulsive, chasing big dreams that often ended with unpaid bills and mounting debts. Daniel had bailed her out before, but after her latest business idea failed, he swore he wouldn't do it again. So, when he booked a much-needed 2-week vacation, he made one thing clear before leaving. "Please," he told his mother, "don't ask me for money while I'm gone. I need a break from everything." Linda nodded, promising to handle things herself. 2 weeks later, Daniel returned refreshed and ready to settle back into his quiet life. But when his taxi pulled up to his street, something felt wrong. His driveway was empty, the welcome mat was gone, and the curtains were different. He frowned and walked up to the front door, only to find a new lock. Confused, he rang the bell. A man he'd never seen before opened the door. "Can I help you?" the man asked politely. Daniel blinked. "Yes, this is my house." The man shook his head. "I think you're mistaken. We bought this house last week." The words hit him like a punch. "What?" The man showed him a signed deed. From a Linda Parker. Said she was selling on behalf of her son who moved abroad. Daniel's heart dropped. His own mother. He drove straight to his mother's apartment, his hands shaking. When she opened the door, she looked nervous, as if she'd been expecting him. "Daniel, honey, please don't be mad." "Mom," he interrupted, his voice calm but cold. "Tell me you didn't sell my house." Tears welled in her eyes. Chloe got in trouble again. She owed people money. I didn't know what else to do. Daniel took a slow breath, trying to stay composed. "So you sold my home, without asking me?" "I was going to tell you," she whispered. "You have a good job. You can buy another." He stared at her in disbelief. "That house was everything I worked for." Chloe appeared from the hallway, guilt written all over her face. "I didn't mean for it to go this far," she mumbled. Daniel didn't reply. He just walked out. For a week, he stayed quiet, refusing calls and messages. Everyone in the family assumed he'd explode, maybe sue his own mother, maybe cut them off. But Daniel had a different plan. He contacted a lawyer, gathered proof of ownership, and discovered something surprising. The sale had been legally invalid. His mother didn't have power of attorney, meaning the contract was fraudulent. The new owners were informed and refunded by the agency. Within a month, the house was back in his name. But Daniel didn't move in. Instead, he sold it himself, properly this time, for a higher price than before. When the paperwork was done, he called his mother and sister to a quiet cafe. "I sold the house," he said calmly. "But this time, I decided what to do with the money." Chloe looked hopeful. "You'll help me pay off the rest, right?" Daniel shook his head. "No. I bought a new place, far from here. And I'm starting fresh, without being anyone's safety net." His mother began to cry softly. "Daniel, please." He stood, placing a small envelope on the table. "Inside is enough for a few months of rent. After that, you're both on your own. It's time you learn what responsibility feels like." As he left, they sat in stunned silence. For once, Daniel wasn't the quiet helper or the forgiving son. He was a man who finally chose peace over guilt, and freedom over family debt. And that decision, more than anything, shocked everyone who thought they could always count on him to fix their mistakes.